Hi guys, I have another card for you. This one I am using a new stamp set that is in our new annual catalog that comes out June 3rd, so you only have a few days to wait until you can get your hands on this beautiful stamp set. So here it is. It's called Tasteful Touches. It has 9 rubber stamps, the red rubber stamps, cling stamps. And it also comes with the Tasteful label dies, and this has 10 dies. And I just have to show you these dies. These are, if I can get mine out, these are amazing. And there they go. Look at all your different variations, and some of them leave the stitched and some of them just leave the impression. I haven't gotten a chance to play with them all yet, but I will, I'm sure. And then it also has, I don't have the DSP over here with me right now, but the DSP is to die for. It is just amazing. And then it also has this Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, and we are going to be using that today as well. And then I used the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I am going to use this one to pop the square out. This is a piece of the new Misty Moonlight that we're going to run through that embossing folder. And then I have a piece of the Misty Moonlight for my card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and I just scored it in half at 5 1/2. And then I'm just going to use my regular black ink and then some clear embossing powder to get that shine on the card. Okay, so these were, actually I designed this card because I was going to do or I did do 2 different card swaps, and so I was trying to come up with different designs, and that was one of them that didn't make it into the card swap. But I'll show you. I can't show you right now because the card swap isn't over. Everybody hasn't gotten their cards back, so it's against the policy to show what you designed, but one of the cards I designed, I am obsessed with. It's going to be one of my favorite top 5 cards I think that I've ever designed. Okay, so let's get started. I'll quit talking. And what I'm going to do, I have a tray. If you guys have been watching me, you know that I purchased these trays, and I hate the embossing powder getting everywhere. So I thought I'm going to give this a try and see how that works out. And I'm also going to grab a scrap piece of, actually not scrap, but grid paper is the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Geez, oh geez, sometimes if I could remember my words. This is my last piece of Christmas grid paper, so we're almost there. I can almost see the end, you guys. So what I did was, it would probably be easier if I had this die cut out, but I don't. But let me see. So what we're going to do is, what I did on the first one, I actually die cut that out first and stamped it to see what the flower was going to look like. But what I want to do is I'm going to stamp up this flower, and I want it to go all the way around. So I'm just kind of like eyeballing it where I need to start at to make sure that the stem is going to be behind. And each time that I ink it, I'm going to immediately, and I know you guys can't see because I'm doing this off camera, the last one, I'll show you. All I'm doing is putting my clear embossing powder. But I can't fit everything in the screen right now. But I promise you, I will show you. I'll set it up. So the last one we can do, because when you're doing this with not using a Versamark and just your basic black ink, you have to get your embossing powder on there while the ink is still hot, or it will not, or I'm sorry, the ink is still wet, or it will not stick. So I'm trying to move fairly quickly with this. Oops. But before I do the last one, we'll move the ink pad out of the way, and I will show you. You guys know how to put embossing powder on. Okay. We'll put this one right there. I just went around the card doing this just so we'd have, you know, a little something. Okay, this might be my last one, so let's kind of scoot this over just so I can get the tray in and you guys can see. Let's kind of share it like that. So again, I'm just going to ink this up, and then I'm just going to stamp it right like that, and then immediately pick it up. Don't touch your other ones that you've embossed, that you already have your powder on. And I just flicked that off way too hard. Okay, I'm going to go around it one more time, just in case I touched any of it with my fingers. I'm not worried about what's going to be hidden behind our little Stitch So Sweetly die that we're going to pop out, but I am trying to make sure I get all of that that's going to be out. Now let's just heat set this. If I can get it picked up, I will. And then we'll just have that really nice shine. Once it starts to melt, see, there you go. Can you guys see that? Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to set this out of the way, but I do want to get this die cut, or our little square die cut out, because we have to stamp on that and then heat emboss as well, and the heat tool is already hot, so there's no time like the present. And now, because my fingers have just been all over that, I'm just going to use my embossing buddy really quickly. Okay, and then, again, I'm going to bring in my embossing powder so you can see it. We are going to ink up the flower. I'm just going to put my ink right here. And I'm just going to stamp this right at the bottom of our little die cut. So just going to ink that, and then immediately put that embossing powder on there while that ink is nice and hot. Okay, then let's do the same thing with the sentiment, just saying hello. We'll ink that up, and then I'm just going to stamp it. I can't see because my light is glaring. I have no idea if that's straight. I'm hoping it is. Okay, and then same thing, we're going to immediately put embossing powder on there. Okay, move this out of the way and turn the heat tool back on. Okay guys, let me cover up my heat, or my ink, not my heat. Move this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and cover my embossing powder because I just filled it up. I just got an order from Stampin' Up! And ordered a couple of more of those, and I can just see me dumping that. Okay, So I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of that, but on the back of, oh, you know what? I almost forgot. It's very subtle, so you can't see it probably, but I used that embossing folder. Can you guys see it there? So we need to do it on this one. So let me just change the magnetic platform to, I don't think I have my correct plates over here for embossing. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I'm just going to put that in there after I have heat set it and done all of that goodness. I don't think I need that one. I think I just need one. Let's see if that works. I'm so confused anymore on the sandwich for embossing. Is it an old one? Is it a new embossing folder? Okay, I hope that doesn't fall the way I had to set it there. Now we'll go ahead and put Tombow right on the back of the card. And then we'll just place this right in the center. Okay, and then we're going to cover up the ugliness. Whoops. I think I'm most excited Wednesday to order the new adhesive. So we have Stampin' Seal that will replace Snail, and Stampin' Seal Plus that will replace our Fast Fuse, and it is supposed to be superb. So I really can't wait to get my hands on those. I never was really good at using the Fast Fuse, not gonna lie. Wasn't a fan, and it was basically just because I couldn't get it to check right for me. Okay guys, there you go. This is a sweet card. Now I did do more, you can see, on this card than I did on that card, so you can choose. If you like the more, you'll just go around it stamping them closer, and if you like the less, you can do it that way. Thanks so much for stopping by today, guys, and if you are new to my channel, please hit the like button and subscribe, and you can hit the little bell icon so that way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thanks, guys.